Good morning, Facebook.
Are we on? Hey, Facebook.
The views and original opinions expressed during the following radio broadcast are those of the individual or individuals involved, do not necessarily represent the LLC or the USA Radio Network.
I hit you, but I can't reach you.
Welcome to the Wheels of Justice. Join us next time as this funky business crew discusses everything from A to Z. Now, here's your host, Big Wheels Go.
Yeah. Is that better, John Wells?
He didn't even have the microphone, Joe.
He didn't turn them on.
Boy,
It's
man.
such bad singing.
Are
He
you
wouldn't
kidding
even
me?
turn them on.
Are you serious?
Nice.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
then you do it. Let me hear your.
Okay, get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want you to record that.
Yeah.
I want you to record that. Do that, and then you can throw that in there. Well, now you're singing it every week on the Sunday at noon.
Hey, we just do it to make Bo feel important. So
Yeah, they weren't on.
that's the best time to sing.
and make us look pretty.
Then you just need to dub our voices next time.
Yeah.
I want to be Barbara Streisand, so dub her for me.
Why?
No.
I'll pass on the Barbara Streisand. No, let's pick somebody else.
All right, I want to be Cher.
Oh well, that's
one.
another problem.
All right.
We can't. Oh.
She looks great. Oh, I'll wear whatever you want.
How about
Love Cher.
let's do somebody like Reba, okay?
I can't do the twang. No,
Okay.
twang for
You're
me.
right, Barbara.
Right.
You can't.
Case
y'all believe in that.
in case you just tuned
You believe
into
in that.
to the radio show and you're going, what the heck did I just push the button in here? You're listening to the Wheels of Justice here on 1160 AM KBDT here, and we broadcast from the 10th floor of the 1160 AM tower, and we're looking across North Texas, or actually in Dallas, and it's a gloomy day today, but it's
It's sunshine in here.
yes, it's very
Aw.
warm
Sun is shining in
and
here.
comfy in here.
Has nothing to do with our singing.
And if you're listening to us on the radio, then we probably know you're in North Texas and you're on 1160 AM KBDT. We're here every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m., bringing you the Monkey Business Crew here on the Wheels of Justice. Now, if you're out of the North Texas area, you can listen to us from anywhere in the world.
Oh, we got quite a few people on Facebook.
So you can go
Anywhere in the world.
bigdtalk.com. That's how simple it is. If you go to BIGD like in Dallas, talk, TALK, easy for me to say, .com, bigdtalk.com. You click onto that and it says, listen here, and you hit that, and all of a sudden you have our voices. Isn't that wonderful?
Hey, yeah, Facebook is blowing
And
up.
then, speaking of Facebook,
Yes, sir. it's
you
blowing
can
up.
go to facebook.com/Bo Carver Show and not only hear the wonderful voices here of the Wheels of Justice, but you can see the shiny faces and how gorgeous they are.
I'll cover that one
minus
for y'all.
maybe
Oh, there it
one.
goes. Now it's better looking. Now it's
And so also we're on YouTube. So you can go to
OMG, we're everywhere.
youtube.com/Bo Carver Show and put Bo Carver Show all together like an email when you search on YouTube. So we're on YouTube, Facebook Live, and then you can go to bigdtalk.com are on the radio. How about that? And I am your host, Big Wheels Bo, and I'm a field researcher for the Judge Judy Court TV show, along with my co-host every week. Please make welcome Barbara Ann, who is our resident nurse and always stops the bleeding when we start, getting out of control.
Everybody but Bo. No tourniquet over
She
there.
don't let him bleed out.
And I don't know CPR when it comes to Bo,
There
so
you go.
yeah. Love you, babe. Life insurance.
And our in-house attorney who represents us when we start foaming at the mouth. Please make welcome every week, as always, our bronze beauty, Melvin Thalke.
Happy birthday to you.
And yes, it is his birthday.
Naked Melvin. They're loving it on Facebook.
Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you so much.
And what are you, 66?
Please.
Oh, please.
I'm 41.
Oh,
41
41. Yeah, I agree with that too.
He's got both
No, it's
on
true.
that one.
Fact. Believe it.
And
Believe
keeping us in the air and on the air is always the one and only. Now, this guy is on this station, 1160 AM,
I
KBDT,
think Bo has a boy crush on
from
you.
Monday through Friday. I listen to his show, so you could probably say that. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. And he broadcasts out of this where we're setting right here, 1160 AM, KBDT. But he is nationwide because he's on the USA Network, like a big shot.
No, you sound a little jealous there.
Yeah,
Bo.
well, I mean, that was promised that too, but I hadn't seen that yet. But there's ways around that. Anyway, he's fantastic. He's got a show called The Wells Report, and if you've not heard that show, shame on you because it's fantastic. He is so full of knowledge, brings so much stuff to the table. Please make welcome our awesome producer, John David Wells.
Yay.
He's giving us a cavity. He's being so sweet over here. I know.
Wow.
I'm just like, wow.
I expect a little sidekick on that.
They say old guys get a little sentimental.
Senile is what you really wanted to say.
They say they get a little
Well, the show.
sentimental in their sunset years.
Listen, yeah, exactly. Now I listen to the show
Baby in the room.
because I've called in.
Chicken.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, we're moving right along, and today we have a super, super, super fantastic guest. And here he is.
Welcome to our house.
I ain't singing anymore. I've been
The great.
criticized.
I felt like, what happened there? You just left us.
He's looking right at me. I ain't singing no more.
He's gonna throw on the audio tune. We're good.
Is that right? Well, our guest today, and what a privilege and an honor to have you with us today. He is the anchor newsman in Beaumont, Texas, where I was born and raised. And he is the anchor news person at FDM. It's a Channel 6 and a CBS affiliate. Please make welcome Greg Kerr.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate being here.
Well-
For a moment at the top of the show, I closed my eyes just for that moment. I felt like I was with the Fab Four.
There you go.
Busted into that.
That's right. See? Yeah.
I was sitting with the Fab
Thank
Four.
you.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say
Understanding.
5 because we'd be wanting to know who the lost one is, right? The guy,
Yeah, it's nice.
it's pretty close right
Excuse
there.
me, Mr. Wells. You're pushing your luck today. Thank you.
He's on the other side of the wall, so you can handle that. So, what a joy. Now, you're here also with your lovely soon-to-be bride
Yes.
and Cheryl, and you'll soon be Kerr. I'm guessing you're going to change your name? Well, you never know these days. I didn't know if Greg was going to change his name or you were going to change your name. Nowadays we just don't know, right?
Well, she's in the medical field, so she knows a lot of doctors that don't change their names. It's too big to be changing all your certificates and your degrees. So you
Yeah,
never
it makes
know.
sense. Yeah.
And she's originally from the Port Neches Groves area. And so we've got people here in this house that represents the Golden Triangle. How wonderful is that?
Yeah,
Golden
Melvin.
Triangle.
The Golden Triangle.
It is the Bermuda Triangle, if you really want to know the
Well-
truth about Beaumont. I've been there for years.
Oh,
I got out
no.
as fast as I got in.
I'm surprised we were able to get out of the Bermuda
Sometimes those
Triangle.
smells will drive you out, but otherwise it's another story.
But sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Well, Beaumont was voted the most depressed city
Oh,
in
don't-
Texas.
that's-
I
that's
showed
a
you that. I
propaganda.
showed you that.
I don't believe
It was
so.
after the hurricane.
How
and
many
all that. It
people
was
do
very
you know
depressed
from
down there.
Beaumont that are still there?
Quite a
I
few
know
of those
quite a
families
few.
still there.
Oh, okay.
I got a lot of
I got one sitting in the
Well,
room.
a lot of
Beaumont, Beau's got
graduates.
brought in all these people from Beaumont or whatever that are from the area. It's funny
You never
because they're
know.
all they're
all
not
traveling.
in Beaumont anymore.
Right.
And they're all superstars. Not like me.
Royal Pearl, yeah.
You know. So
It's a
now
class reunion today on Facebook.
Greg was born and raised here in Dallas.
Right.
So
Cliff.
we cross paths. You went from Dallas to Beaumont, and I went from Beaumont to Dallas. And you know, I have to say, I pray for you being in Beaumont.
It's time to come home. It's time to come out.
And this is actually my second tour of duty.
Oh, okay. So
I
you
like
went
how he
back.
puts it, yeah.
My first round, I was a sportscaster at KFDM.
Oh yeah,
And I
okay.
came back reincarnated as a news person.
Now,
Yeah,
Cy Hurst, I think,
Legendary Cy Hurst.
the legendary Cy Hurst. His son and I graduated from high school together, and he was the sports anchor guy, I believe, on
Right.
KFDM, right?
Yeah, I met him a few times. Was a delightful guy.
Yeah, he's on all over the map, but he's a cool guy. I like him.
All of the map.
But
You've been
so
around media people long enough. We're all
yes,
all
I
over
know.
the
I'm
map.
beginning to see that.
You know?
I can't wait. Hopefully later in the show we'll get to come back to this switching from sports anchor to news anchor.
Well, what's wrong with
'Cause I
sports
wanna-
anchor?
I just want to hear more about that because I in my mind.
Well,
not
since
knowing
it's your
anything about
birthday,
it-
I guess we will do what you want.
I'm just saying. I just like I said, we can come back to it later, but I really want to know more about because in my mind, if I was doing sports,
That would be
I would
funner.
ride that out.
I think it'd be a lot funner, yeah.
That's where I would have been like, oh, I'm at the coup de grace here. This is where I want to be.
Because
but
regular
I'm a sports
newscasting
guy.
is depressing. I don't know how some of the
Kinda,
newscasters
I
can do a
mean,
news show without going home and going, what did I just
I wasn't
see
going to
today?
try and rag on his current job. I was
No,
just
no.
saying.
I love my current job.
He's been
No,
there.
yeah,
He's- He has to go through it.
But it's hard, right? I mean, I imagine that there's weather and other things that you like when you're dealing with stuff in Beaumont or whatever, that kind of thing. You
Yeah, the
know,
hurricane
it's,
was rough because we were on the air for about 12-hour shifts
Uh-huh.
for several days in a row. when
Sure.
it was raining and flooding and
Yeah.
all that good
But
stuff.
nobody
Yeah.
faked it, right? They really were blown
Right.
away on that
No.
one. They didn't have the people
Like-
walking in the background.
Like-
There's one guy like blowing in the window onto a pole.
Like
There's a
you're
guy,
standing
in the background.
on the
There's a little
street
girl-
right behind you. He's in 5 feet of water.
There's a little girl calmly walking her dog in the background.
Oh, that's funny. No,
Well,
that-
that happened.
Does that make you guys take acting classes?
Well, we are actors in a way.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I had that debate with someone once before, but yeah, I mean, even
Just
it's a
like
performance
wrestling,
art
it's not
like
real.
anything. Yeah, it's a performance art in some ways. I mean, it is
Yeah.
journalism, obviously, for the most part, and so it just And the thing about Beaumont and the whole area down there, we didn't get the wind, we got the water.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah.
It'd be
water.
a lot of
Water.
water. It would flood
Which
when
I
it
don't
just
know,
rained
that's-
down there.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because we were at sea level to begin with, so there's no way
Right.
for the water to go.
Sometimes I think we were below sea level.
Yeah, well,
We're gonna get there,
Borderline.
yeah.
A lot of days.
Bo's below in a lot of things, so
Exactly.
sea level would just be
Yeah, I fit it home.
tip
really
of the
good.
iceberg there.
And Port Arthur was like a fishbowl.
Oh, Port Arthur.
Sunk.
Yeah, that's where everybody from Beaumont was working though, because of the refinery.
A lot
So
of
yeah,
refinery work,
that's where
right.
my ex used to work. It's the only reason why I was in Beaumont.
Well, the one
Sorry.
thing, the one thing I do miss about Beaumont, I do have some family members down there, and it'd be nice to see them every so often. I've got a lot of close friends there, and now I've met you. Now we're close friends, so I've got a lot of reasons to go down there and
Did
visit.
he say
Come
he was
on
close
down.
friends?
I think you should wait till other people say you're
You're
their
close
close
Well,
friends.
I'm doing this on the air, so he has to say
Oh,
yes.
got you.
That's
Well
right.
played, well
Politically
played.
correct. But I miss a lot of the. I mean, I'm 45% Cajun French, and so I miss a lot of the Fontenot,
food.
and the
The
Thibodeau,
river
and
monster.
the Boudreaux. I miss the gumbo. I miss all that kind of, all this great seafood that's
You
like
missed the
down in
Louisiana
Galveston.
pulling over.
Yeah,
And,
no, the food's good down there, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
You
And
can find
so-
some really good food.
Well, and I miss going to the Galveston and going to the beach because
Yep,
it's,
sure,
you know,
it's
it's
just right
6 hour
there.
trip from here.
It's only an hour from there. if
And
even.
so when I grew up in Beaumont, we could be at Crystal Beach in 45 minutes.
Right.
And that
Wow.
was awesome, you know. So that's a wonderful place, believe it or not. We kick it around a little bit. I know Melvin does, but you know, when you're born and raised there, you go to school there, and you have a lot of friends there. There's something that still keeps you there, connected there.
Sometimes you
In
wonder.
its defense, I kick around everything that's not mesquite.
And we're gonna have to take a short break on that.
That's worthy of a segment itself.
Do not go away. You are listening to the Wheels of Justice right here on 1160 AM KBDT.
All right. Am I doing okay staying with the microphone?
No, you're good. I think he would have said something.
Okay.
Here.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you.
Come across like $1 million.
Okay.
Anybody got anything? Anybody need anything?
A cheeseburger with mayonnaise.
No.
You said does anything.
I mean, if you got a yellow cake
did
with chocolate
too.
icing, that's what I asked Allison for my birthday.
No, not
So-
bring up tidbits. A little bit more.
Are we gonna do Make It Melvin?
Run
There
the
you go.
show.
Do you have a
Run the show.
I got you.
you got something?
Yeah, we can do something. We can do
That
something.
was a helicopter.
I got something that my friends were complaining about.
No.
I'll wait till I say it. Let's see what y'all do.
I like being surprised.
So, yeah,
Uh-oh.
I really enjoyed my time
So many people are commenting.
Hey,
to you.
Facebook.
Are we doing a sponsor after this?
Can Facebook can't hear me, right?
Yes.
I can't talk
No,
to
they
them.
can't hear
Does
us.
Facebook hear me right now?
Just YouTube.
Radio, it's true.
I don't think anything. No,
Kevin
'cause-
with quick draw shirts.
So much more joy.
Okay, we can do
So
that.
much more flexible.
You can say, hey,
So,
if
We
you
come back,
want,
you
you
can
can
do
Say
say
it, say it.
you can say this Make It Melvin segment sponsored by
no,
Crystal Shirts. You do it.
It's changing. We're multimedia.
Oh, yeah.
As you see now, because it's not just radio now.
Yeah.
We're doing everything else.
You just mess everything up.
Right. And so yeah,
We have Make It Melvin.
Make It Melvin, got it. Okay, you guys ready? So you're gonna do that at this segment? Make It Melvin, ready to go.
And you're
Anything
gonna
else?
do this now?
But bring us back into a regular deal, and then you can play it when we introduce it.
The finest
Am I running it
ingredients.
with Mike, okay?
You're perfect, right on the budget. Sounds great.
How do we look?
Just trying to help my confidence?
How do we look? Hey, he's got a gig already.
Good enough. You don't have to ask.
There
Make
you
it
go, right
Melvin.
here, buddy. You can be on with us every week.
Here's the deal with Beaumont. I choose to be happy. Now, Beaumont is Beaumont.
Right.
Beaumont's no different than Waco.
It's
or
you have to make it your
or
home.
whatever.
Exactly.
It is.
It's just
you know.
funny how many
Or
people
Pin-
from Beaumont
Pin
are
it
around.
back.
It's like Beaumont seems to be the
You're
biggest
right.
city in Texas because there's so many people.
That's-
Everybody's been there one time or another. but
Somebody
Melvin,
said once
that's
before,
Melvin.
What are you talking about?
if somebody said to me once
I mean, I've been to
before,
Galveston. It's like 45 minutes away.
if Texas ever needed an enema, they could start.
What's funny is I lived 2 blocks from his parents. And
She's ready to go.
She said that too.
She's ready to go.
Like, come on.
That's because you were a little girl and he was a 20-year-old rocker.
I was 19.
Yeah.
Is this my destiny? Oh my God!
Never gonna stay here.
You didn't know God, did you?
I'm still there.
Oh, that's
We'll
funny.
get out. We'll get out.
You let her out and play once in a while. Oh, here we go.
Here we
Big
go.
wheels.
Yes,
There ain't no river there.
the swamp
The
thing.
Original river monster.
Well, there's a few rivers down
there.
They're more like swamps. but-
Yeah.
Back when there was only water.
We're gonna have
Flowing.
we're gonna make Con Taylor change that. We're gonna make it the swamp monster.
And thank y'all for joining us here on the Wheels of Justice. We're here every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. On 1160 a.m. KBDT. You can join us anywhere in the world by going to bigdtalk.com and then click listen here. So tell your friends and neighbors outside of the North Texas area to check us out every now and then because we just fill your heart on a Sunday with a bunch of monkey business. And what better way when you've heard a bunch of stuff all week long that brings you down and make you depressed? We want to lift you up and bring that Sunday after you get out of church. We want to bring you back into reality real easy. So join us every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. I am Big Wills Bo Carver, along with Barbara Ann, Melvin Thathia, John David Wills, our producer, and our guest today, Greg Kerr, and his lovely soon-to-be esposa,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Sarah. And now it's time for Naked Melvin.
Wheels of Justice exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the Texas Muscle. Naked Melvin.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, I want to hear y'all do that scream. That
Oh,
ZZ Top scream.
you want me to do that?
No.
Oh. You
I
want
was
it?
just kidding. I was just kidding.
All right, this segment. Hey, just make sure you auto tune it. You're in charge of making it sound good. This segment also is brought to you by Quick Draw Shirts, where you can get 10 or 10,000 shirts. Kevin Simon's the owner there. It's a good friend. I'm actually wearing the Come and Take It shirt with the assault rifle on it here, as the libs call it.
Hey.
But please get your shirts there. Look at that, and we're gonna post it on the website. It's Quick Draw Shirts. It's quickdrawshirts.com, and Kevin can take care of your design and shirt.
And he designed our Will of Justice shirt, and you
Designed
guys are
that
going to
too.
get one before you leave.
Oh, terrific.
Yep.
Thank you.
They're
On
pretty
Facebook.
phenomenal.
Yes,
You're gonna probably want to wear it on the air. With
Bow
the-
tie.
with the tie. Make sure you wear a bow tie. Don't get in our logo or
Our
anything. like
monkeys
that.
are wearing them, so you can see them on Facebook.
Is that B-O-W or B-O?
B.O.
Not
Like
that.
bad
Yeah.
odor. Yeah, you can say it.
So
And being from Beaumont, it should have been B-E-A-U, but I didn't know how to spell that back in the day.
So during this segment, I was thinking about this week what has happened. I talk about things that have happened in my legal career and things that sparked my interest or whatever have you. So the thing that came up this week was a bunch of us attorneys were talking on the social media platform, and they had mentioned the fact that someone had come into their office and asked for a second opinion on that they had had an issue, came into this attorney's office, got some information from them, and then came and went to this other attorney and were like, hey, I'd like a second opinion. And when they got a bill for the second opinion, they were surprised that they actually got billed for that.
Oh, boy.
And I thought that was interesting because I was like, well, what did you think? But they went on to talk about it, and it basically was this person really did think that they were going to go in. They paid their legal fee for the advice, and so I guess that made a carte blanche, like a Texas attorney now can give them
Yeah,
legal
you're
advice
covered
on that
under the
subject.
umbrella.
Yeah, there's the umbrella policy of paying for one attorney, paying for the advice of several others, I guess, or whatever, what have you. But they were surprised about the fact that there were, this attorney would charge them for that. Well, that's kind of their
Doctors
goods
do it all the
and
time.
services.
You get a
That's,
second opinion, the doctors are going to charge you for it.
your
Why wouldn't
opinion,
an attorney?
my opinion, my advice. When I talk about the law with you or some sort of having to do with giving you legal advice, I mean, that's what you're paying for.
Well,
That's
here's
my
what I would have
service.
done as a second opinion. I said, don't take that guy's first opinion. Come all to me and bring all that money you already paid. No, that's my second opinion right
My
there.
second opinions. Yeah.
Do away with the first opinion.
Well, and so it was an interesting thing, but that one, and then there was something that came out of it. So don't go and ask attorneys in fact, let's go one further. If you have a family or friend, a member of your family, or your friend, one of your friends or something like that, it's cool to ask them, I'm sure, like for a casual,
Don't you get a free
what do you think
consult?
about this? And make it Melvin. Yeah, I absolutely. My law firm gives you a free
So just
legal
don't say I'm
consult.
coming for a second opinion. Say I'm coming for my free consult.
You
But-
can do that, but
Well, now you know what the
past
second
that.
opinion is going to be
Yeah.
if they tell you. Get rid of the first opinion.
But the fact of the matter is that people when they come in and they're or you're asking this attorney. I mean, if you're asking for some casual advice, I'm sure any attorney is going to give you some casual stuff. But if you want to sit down and get a serious opinion and something that you're going to try and follow through on, point A is you should be ready to pay for that advice because that's their stock and trade. That is what they do for a living.
It's a service,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And so it definitely is something that you need to think about with that. That's that was thing one, and it's such a short segment. We're about to get out of it, but the other thing that I thought was funny about the whole deal was that we also ran into quick conversations about people who do who will come into their attorney and they'll bargain. Like, hey, this attorney told me they'd do it for $2,000. Will you do it for $1,500?
Are you serious?
It's always about the marketplace.
Well,
Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask.
I am going to tell on you because I know you got a pair of boots out of doing that same thing. So yes, they do barter.
That's barter.
Oh,
That's
okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's shyster.
Yeah.
That's not shyster.
All
That's
right.
not negotiating a lower
We
second.
got to take a short break, and when we come back here on the Wheels of Justice, we're going to have more of our guest, Greg Kerr.
Yeah. So I go into the place that I
Threw him under
usually
the bus.
the place that I usually go get my boots at. I was in there picking out a pair of boots, and the guy asked me. He was like, "Hey man, I'm about to buy a piece of property."
Well,
says-
you know what?
so
A
can
few
you
years
review
ago,
the
I had an
contract for me?
issue.
Okay, thanks, Paul.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Good.
And so he says, "Yeah, sure." Or I said, "Yeah, sure." Do you have the contract with you? He's like, "Yeah, I actually do. It's in the back or whatever. I just met with the guy that's selling it, and so I want you to look it over for me." I was like, "Yeah, sure." I've known Chuck a long time. Bought my boots from him for quite a few years. Just a good guy. I mean, he's a guy that I sit down and I grab a beer with him while we're shopping for boots or whatever, that kind of thing. And so he shows me this pair of boots. He's like, "Hey man," and I look at his contract for like an hour and a half or so, and he goes, "How much of that it cost me?" I was like, "Well, I mean, $250 an hour. I mean, I don't know, it's a couple hours worth of work, once I give you the advice and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it'd probably be about $500." He goes, "Just, you like these boots?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." They're like $600. He goes, "You can have them." And so he just gave me a pair of custom Oxford
So actually, he
boots or
paid
whatever.
$250 for his legal advice because he probably what he paid for the boots to sell them at $600. So everybody
Right.
wins.
Yeah, bartering, that's how it works.
That's
right?
that's
It's
the way
not
we all
actually
started in
the
life. Was
value.
that
Yeah.
one of these days the way things are going, we may go back to that.
Mhm.
That's for damn sure. That's
You
for
know?
sure.
So it's just
Which
one
one
of
are
those
you
things
doing?
that is,
Yeah.
Well, it's whatever. We can do.
Just make it real short.
But that's
though.
bartering, that's
Don't
not-
me.
he didn't
Don't
ask
put
me
them
like,
out.
"Hey, would you do this for me?" And I say 1,000, and then he say, "Would you do it for
Bargaining.
500?" That wasn't.
What does he do for a living?
See, he's a custom boot. He's the owner of the
Okay,
custom
but
boot place.
anybody does anything else like that, you ask them what they do for a living, like if they're a car.
Oh, right.
If I bring my car in, will you do what? Can I get it for $100? Can I,
yeah. You fix
time
it
and
up.
change or whatever.
I had a DWI client that paid me in full, but every time I go to his that he's a manager at a quick car, every time I go there, it's like everything is like,
Top dollar.
I mean, no, it's like the
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
still
it's like
making it
it like gives me tons of break.
Yeah, because he's in trouble. There's a big difference.
So
He
loves to give me he's like, "Hey,
he's
man,
not
how
on
much,
he's not on the
roll up for
positive
a,
side of the
car
law.
wash
He's
and
on
get
the
$7
negative side.
car wash." He goes, no. This is one of the best attorneys in Collin County. You give this guy the best car wash. I was like, "The best car wash is like $70. Don't do that. I don't want $70.
You know what he's but you know what he's expecting for you to say? No problem. I'll get you off for 3 months.
So I'm done with his case. I'm already done with his case, though.
Well, you helped him then. That's good.
And
That's
so,
happy.
I helped him. I got him a good deal, and but it was.
How do you get a good deal from the law?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that sounds kind of.
Computer's not popping.
Because I know what the defense was. I pled him out.
Yeah.
And I know what his defenses were good on what he was charged with, and so I was able to ratchet him down to something doable as far as probation or whatever.
Yeah. Well, in our media, our saying is, if it's free, it's me. We love free stuff on TV, radio, whatever
Mhm.
else. All media is if it's free, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't accept stuff supposedly over $50.
Yeah.
That's like the limit. If we
So when they
get-
bring you a car, they say, I'm selling to you for $49.99.
I wish they'd come with a car.
Yeah.
That's
We
funny.
have a Mercedes-Benz and a BMW dealership now.
I wonder-
Wow,
Those
that's
guys
true.
are
I remember
big.
that.
Like-
Yeah.
We're
We're
back.
back. And we are back. Thank y'all for joining us today from noon to 1 p.m. every Sunday with the Wheels of Justice. And we are broadcasting out of North Dallas, and we're covering North Texas in 1160 AM KBDT. You can join us, listen anywhere by going to bigdtalk.com. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Bo Carver Show, as well as YouTube/Bo Carver Show. And on YouTube, make it like an email, Bo Carver Show. Co-host as always, Barbara Ann, our nurse who keeps us from bleeding out, and our attorney Melvin Tathia, our co-host. Our producers John David Wells, as always, fantastic, and our guest today, and from Beaumont, Texas, who originally was from Dallas, is the anchor newsman down at KFDM Channel 6, a CBS affiliate. Please make welcome Greg Kerr.
Thank you both. Thank you guys very much. It's been an honor to be here today. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I've been looking forward to having you today because, Beaumont is where I'm originally from. You knew that, and most everybody listening to the show knows that.
Can I add
Wait,
something?
what?
Yes.
You're
Can I
from
add something real
Beaumont?
quick?
Yeah.
Isn't J. Bart Simmons?
J. Bart Simmons is from Beaumont.
And he is one of our sponsors on the 2S Ranch. He's got the grass-fed,
Grass finished.
grass-finished, and what else?
What else? It's the most
Wow.
delicious
Really,
steak
not
you'll
just-
ever
not just
put
beef.
in Melvin's mouth. It's fantastic. It
But he's
is
from
awesome.
Beaumont as well, and he's a sponsor for our show.
Yes.
So we want to give
Yes,
him a great shout out.
2sranch.com.
The
On
Beaumont
Facebook.
tentacles reach far and wide.
Yes.
They really do.
That
And we
didn't
also
sound
have
right,
one
but
more
okay.
that
I
I'm
thought you were
gonna
going to say something else because we talked about those Blue Mountain oysters the other day. So
Mountain oysters.
There's a mountain down there.
I know. So it's
Noise.
like tentacles.
There
okay.
is if they're carrying a cow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But we have another one from Beaumont's another sponsor, and she's in Holland now. So you think
Talk
moved
about
away.
going
From
far.
Holland, isn't that
the
weird?
country of Holland.
Oh, don't do that.
Is that Holland, Texas or Holland?
That's
It's
the
Holland.
country.
Holland.
And
And
she's our Mocha Coffee, MOKK-A.com. And Bo and I, that's the only coffee we drink.
it's fantastic. You
We
have
should.
to try it. Try to order some on MOKK-A.com. There's 5 different flavors, and we argue back and forth about which one we like the best. But
I like
choose.
strong, he likes weak.
So
Boy,
I
that's
well,
just
I
the
like
opposite.
medium. I don't.
I'm
She,
new to coffee.
Are you?
So I'm like the vanilla.
This is good
latte.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're the
With
Starbucks.
coffee.
well, then you'll want to order the Holland.
Just
one.
get our medium
Yeah, get
rush
the
one.
Holland.
It's nice.
Holland.
I do that.
Yeah, that's the Bo
That's
likes, the
fantastic.
Holland. That's the #1 seller.
So, Greg, thank you for being here today. And you are from originally from Dallas, graduated from Dallas Carter,
Yep.
and ended up in Beaumont. So we kind of swapped positions here. And now, tell us a little bit about what goes on in the life of an anchor newsman down in Beaumont.
Well, you show up at work at about 1:30 or so. That's
So
my
in
shift.
the
1:30 to 10.
morning?
No, I've done the morning shift.
Oh.
Yeah,
man,
I would have
thought
quit
you
a
were
long
talking
time
about
ago with
that.
those hours.
I did that for a year and then it was brutality.
Yes,
Bet.
I couldn't find my car keys for 2 months.
Oh,
man.
no.
My head was
everywhere.
somewhere else.
Lost.
But yeah, 1:30 to 10:30ish after our late show.
So you cover the afternoon, which would be
Yes.
what, like 4:35, I guess.
we
you
go
come
on. We do a 5,
and then a
a
6.
6, and a 10. But we're also a duopoly, so we're owned by Sinclair Broadcasting.
Okay.
So we have CBS and Fox, and I'll do the 9 o'clock Fox as well.
Okay.
So I do
Okay.
4 shows in one day.
Now,
It's a
Wow.
lot of me on the air.
Where's Fox?
Yeah.
Where do you broadcast the Fox from?
Right in the same place.
Okay, but where's
It's
it?
confusing.
Where's it go out to? Is
Fox
it
yeah,
4
it's
News
just
is
an
what we
affiliate.
have.
okay?
Yeah.
But it's not on KFDM.
No,
Okay.
on Fox 4.
Okay.
It
Oh,
used to
okay.
be both the stations. There's only 2 TV stations left in Beaumont.
Oh, it used to be 3 when I was there.
Yeah,
There was
K-
Channel 12.
Even the TV
so it's 12 and
stations are moving
6,
out.
but
Right.
Tecna owns
Run.
12 and KJack, whatever the KJack. It used to be Channel 4.
KJack.
Right, right.
KJack.
That sounds fun. K-Jack.
You're
Hey, you're
KJack.
tuning into K-Jack.
You never knew that when you
Yeah.
That's a TV station, not a radio.
You got KJack.
Yeah, they got hijacked.
Hijacked, right. So 4 shows in a day. I anchor 4 shows. So
And you had to be there at 1:30?
Yeah.
And now you do that 5
I mean,
days
in
a
the
week?
afternoon.
5
Or?
days a week, Monday through
For a
Friday,
5
and then I'm
o'clock
off.
show. I don't see you showing up 4 hours early for this.
Melody.
I wish I could show up at 4 and say, hey, what do you have for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we did. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Well,
yeah, for
it
me.
was in the pretty part of the contract. They were like, when you look this pretty, just show up whenever you
Yeah,
want.
that's
I don't remember signing that particular part of the contract.
That'd be a great
I'm working
contract.
on your contract. It's time to get.
And really contracts need
That's
Yeah.
All ready to work.
He's an
Oh,
attorney.
good.
He knows this.
Oh,
As you
good.
all know, yeah.
Listeners, don't listen to that.
It's true.
So now,
They don't until once you start arguing them. It's funny how the words that you think you thought you were
The words you thought
saying
you were saying or
are
signing.
not at all what you were saying.
you mean
Twist
you
it
mean
around.
the views and the
Twist them around.
opinions of the Bo Carver Show are not necessarily
Yeah.
the views and opinions of Barbara Ann, who runs Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been good today. What did I do
Great.
today?
She's
No.
good.
Hey, Aunt Barb in Pittsburgh.
This
Oh.
is a tight operation up here.
Yes.
Oh,
You have a great
Right,
view.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't beat that.
We're tight and
It's a
Luce is a
tight
goose
ship.
all at the same
Yeah.
time. I don't know how that works, but we make it
It's
happen.
monkey business.
That's it
Exactly.
right there. And so you wouldn't do a weekend unless it's like an emergency thing going, like bad weather, like
Hurricanes.
Yeah,
hurricanes,
hurricane.
stuff like
They're
that.
going to have us work Super Bowl night because CBS is going to air it. I
Right?
think it's a good
Okay.
lead-in for ratings. If February's a ratings.
And that's in
month.
New Orleans this year,
Okay.
right?
No, it's in Atlanta.
And yeah,
Atlanta. I know it was down there somewhere.
I made a post on my Facebook page yesterday and go like, what is the ratings going to be like if 2 Los Angeles teams end up in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Another NFL casualty.
Right.
So I hope that doesn't happen for your
Yeah.
newscast, what they're hoping for the
Well,
Super Bowl.
It would be advantageous if Dallas and Houston made it.
Yes,
I
that
know,
would be
that would
great.
be crazy.
Yeah.
That'd
But
be-
you know, the funny thing about that, I did sports in Beaumont years ago, and that's when the Oilers were still around.
Oh,
And there
awesome.
were more Cowboy fans in Beaumont than there were
The
Oilers. And I was like, yeah, the bandwagon's pretty loaded up. You know, more Cowboy fans there because both teams started at the same time in 1960.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
NFL was a lot more. It was a stronger
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah.
And but it didn't take long because I actually became a fan of both.
Mhm.
And I actually went to a lot of Houston games in the Astrodome, and it was just a hop, skip, and a jump to go down there. And it was some great football. In fact,
That's the same as
speaking of
baseball.
the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Yes.
they robbed the Oilers on about 2 different playoff games, and one was against Billy White Shoes Johnson that made that catch, and they called it a no catch.
Yep.
If it had been instant replay,
It'd
it would have been the
cost.
Oilers in the Super Bowl
That's right.
instead of
I'm
Pittsburgh.
still throwing my
Was
guys
this the one
under
they
the
were
bus.
wearing the leather hats?
This was before our time.
Yeah.
Well, then you weren't even born, or nor were I.
Shut up, Barbara Ann.
Hey,
He's a leather.
Hey,
Oh,
listen,
these guys are
he's
talking about
41.
leather
He's
hats.
not 21. Come on.
Like 77-ish?
Yes.
78?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I was born, 77.
You were just in
The days
diapers.
are
I just barely actually
Oh, what
made it
great
into
days.
77. It's
Rick
closer to
Campbell.
The
78.
greatness. Those were some great football times. They're long gone, in my opinion, and the respect that they had back
Oh
in
my
the day
gosh.
was great.
Facebook has to ask who your favorite team is, Bo. Your favorite NFL team?
It is going to be whatever the XFL Dallas team's going to be.
That's right.
That's-
All over that.
I'm all over that, and Houston's going to have one too. Speaking
Oh,
of
you're
that,
back watching the NFL.
I am
aren't you?
tiptoed
Yes,
in.
yes.
Okay?
Yeah, don't talk like you
I
have.
gotta watch.
You brought the
Pittsburgh's game
Cowboys.
today.
You revived the Cowboys.
I
earlier
revived their
this year.
season because I started
Okay.
I
watching
remember
back.
Who's doing the Cardinal sin though? Who's playing right now on TV?
Oh,
Well,
the Cowboys
Yeah,
are
well,
winning
the-
right now.
yeah, exactly.
The Giants and the Cowboys, I know, are playing right now, and y'all don't need to watch because they're doesn't matter if they win or lose. They're already in the playoffs, so don't
So
waste
watch
your
the Pittsburgh
time.
game because
But
it's gonna
everyone,
matter.
if for real Cowboys fans, I mean, we love to see the Giants get stopped.
Well,
so.
that's always a good thing. I don't care whether you're
So
an
it doesn't
NFL fan
matter.
or not. You love
Playoffs
that.
don't matter today. Playoffs don't
Yeah,
matter.
This could be Eli's last game too.
Do you think so?
it should have been probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
But the question is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
No,
Is he gonna become
No,
a news
I don't know.
reporter?
You know what?
No, he's too shy.
no.
Little brother?
He's not,
Yeah.
He's not,
Yeah.
He's not taken at all.
No.
No.
That's not his-
He was with some great teams and got again a couple passes in the Super Bowl. So
Has a
I
great
think-
family,
I don't
so
know.
They say
I don't
when they
know.
compare him, like on ESPN,
He's
where
got
they do all
numbers.
these
I know.
comparisons, they always talk about how he's really close to Art. Like he actually is more of an Archie type quarterback than Peyton
Peyton.
was.
Well, Peyton had a good team.
Are they
around him.
saying
He
that,
didn't have
Peyton,
to
that,
do
that Archie wasn't that good?
Archie had no teams around.
Yeah, he threw for 1,000,000 yards a game on his own. A lot of times he'd throw the ball up and run and catch it himself to get the yards.
Archie could do it all.
Oh, he can do everything.
That's funny.
But so anyway, back to Beaumont.
Mhm.
Now, you've been down there how long?
I've been back there for five, little 5 years.
Okay, and the previous time was how long?
Several years.
Several years.
Yes. Yes.
And now, when you are now engaged,
yes.
so tell us a little bit about your bride to be
Yes.
and how y'all got connected, and when is the
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, there you go.
Really?
No, what, really?
Yeah. I'd admired her on Facebook because she's a runner and I'm a cyclist.
Well, that's how we got connected too. So
Yeah,
Facebook is
yeah.
not all that.
She's a runner, I'm a cyclist, and I would just say, "Hey, way to go with her run."
You running all right.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Sunday morning show.
Right.
Sunday morning show. What
Oh,
now?
OMG,
When y'all like,
Melvin.
were y'all friends? Do y'all have mutual friends or something
No.
like that? Or
No.
no, you just saw her on Facebook.
He just saw a hot chick on Facebook and started sending
He's
messages.
like,
I know how it
He
works.
just started hitting the like
But,
button. He just started hitting the like
exactly. So
button.
I sent her this nice little message one night, not long ago, actually a year ago tomorrow. And I said, "Hey, if you want to get together for lunch or dinner, I'd love to talk with you and chat and whatever else." And she wrote back saying, "I appreciate it. Thank you very much, but I have a boyfriend." Well, it turned out it was her boyfriend who wrote that, but that's another story.
Ah.
So
That's
hacked.
awesome.
hacked. Yeah, she got hacked.
Wow.
Pretty smart
So
boyfriend.
the next day, she messaged me back and apologized for that, and said, "Hey, you never know." So 2 weeks later, she got back in touch and said, "Is the offer still open?" I said, "Yes, of course. Be great."
That is.
No, I'm sorry you're late. I've already got 3 women next to me right there.
I
You missed
saw 3
out.
other people running down the street today, so
I've been riding my bike all day
today.
today and caught up a couple of them. You're right.
So we got together and had a little date for lunch and another lunch date, and then we've been exclusive ever since.
Was it Sparks right off the bat?
Wow.
Yes, it was.
Well, let's ask Cheryl. No,
Bring her
different
into this.
story. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bill and I have
good
different
thing she doesn't-
stories. Trust me. I
Good thing
know.
she doesn't have a microphone.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. We got engaged out in Colorado Springs back in September,
Oh,
and went to Seven Falls, and it was beautiful. And I sprung it on her. She didn't know
did you? Oh,
that I
okay.
was gonna do
The
it.
best thing you should know, you were going to get
Yeah,
married.
I
Okay,
didn't know
Cheryl, we're
that,
just
you know.
Okay,
got
did you
you
do it
now.
the old-fashioned way, get on your knees, or did you do it on the newscast?
No, no.
Like, here, a late news,
Breaking news.
breaking news here on Channel 6. Guess what? Would you marry me, Cheryl?
I didn't get out. It was like 42 degrees on top of this platform where these falls are, and it's like we were just kind of hugged up together and shaking because we were used to 42 degrees in September. Living where
It
we
was a
live.
good time to ask,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So that we did that, and it was great. And we were going to go to Antigua in March 15th. Will be the
And then you'll be back in Beaumont.
Antigua
to Beaumont.
It's like Antigua there.
Yes.
Just the beach in Galveston.
If you carry her over the threshold at home and she goes wah wah wah, then you know it was just Beaumont.
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
not
That's right.
coming back from
That's right.
Antigua.
Well,
Yeah.
she's a runner. He'll probably make her run through the threshold. Hey, let me see how fast you can get there.
Put her on your handlebars and ride on through. There you go.
Yeah. So I've kind of been burned out on cycling a little bit, so I kind of got back into running, and I've done
Oh, yeah.
like 4 or 5 runs with her.
You're just trying to keep up with her. That's
Yeah.
why. You know you're
She's
going
a
to keep
burner.
up.
She's a burner. We have a
So,
good time.
when is the date? Have y'all set the date?
March 15th.
March 15th,
Oh,
Bo. Did you not
awesome.
listen to the story?
Oh, well,
You two aren't married.
I just
you don't have
kind
to
of
ignore
wandered
me.
off when it started talking about marriage
That's
stuff.
trying not to be too
March
blind.
15th.
No, not you. It's just the
That
marriage
was
thing.
also the birth of the law offices of Melvin Tathian.
Oh, this is a beautiful day. today.
This is a beautiful day in
Beautiful
history.
day. That's right.
Well, my birthday's March 5th,
There you
so
go.
we'll keep that
We got nothing
celebration
on
going.
March 15th. Sorry, we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
My
Okay?
sister and niece's birthdays in March, so it's a wonderful month.
It's a great month because it's coming out of the nasty cold weather, and
It's the month of the Pisces, though. Don't ever marry a Pisces.
I am a Pisces.
Don't ever. Are you a Pisces, Cheryl?
No.
Thank you.
I was
Don't
born in
ever
this-
marry or date a Pisces. It's the worst thing you'll do. Trust me. I'll never do it again.
I was working the stop sign at 4th and Elm.
That's a pretty good sign right there.
That's bad.
The stop.
Cold-blooded Sagittarius.
What's the sign of the outfit? Stop.
Cold-blooded Libra.
I was born under the yield sign.
You
Do
should
not
do
enter.
it.
It
Do
was the
not
wrong
do
way.
it.
It was the
Wrong
wrong way.
sign,
It was
yeah.
the wrong way side.
You know, growing up
Detour.
in Oak Cliff, it
Yeah.
took long to go back to Oak Cliff. No, that's not true.
I was about to say, boy, you have you're too high.
We just
today.
lost everybody that's in Oak Cliff off of Facebook.
No.
I don't leave it alone.
All right.
Oak Cliff is
They have a
redefining.
bad
It is.
reputation, though. No matter what they try to do to it, it's still Oakview's got a bad.
Oh, there's a
reputation.
whole song, Oak Cliff, that's my hood.
Yeah.
Well, you got
They-
Stevie
I mean,
Ray
it's-
Vaughan
it's
came
awesome.
from Oak Cliff. How bad is that?
He went to the same high school as my sister did, Kimball.
Yes.
Carter. And Carter has always had good football teams.
Absolutely.
Recently, because they don't have the enrollment anymore to
Exactly.
compete. It
Right.
could almost be a 3.
Well, it's
Absolutely.
gone. You know, they're
I
getting
thought
those
they-
kids and taking them to Allen or
Right.
they're grabbing those kids.
Duncanville.
Yeah, Duncanville. That's probably where
They've
they're
all
going.
magically got.
Cedar Hill.
Yeah, Cedar Hill's good.
No, Oak Cliff was a good place to grow up. I had no problems with that at all.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was. And it was, you learn to live with everybody. And I had no problem with that at all.
Diversity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bad part of town. I'm not from
I
Texas.
mean,
I
but
just moved here.
that's more recent than probably
Yeah.
when you were. I mean, when you were there, that wasn't a bad part of town,
No,
was it?
When you grow up and you don't know
depending on
it.
where you went, like any place.
Oh, yeah,
Oak Cliff
sure.
is big. Oak Cliff covers a lot of area. There's 4 or 5 high schools over
Well,
there.
Beaumont's going up to Dallas, so yeah, I
That's
mean,
right.
everybody in Beaumont is up
And-
in Dallas.
And here I am.
And that intro music to where the start of the show was from Edgar Winter, who was from Beaumont.
Texas.
So there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
that's
combinations there, right?
Yeah.
So don't go away. We've got more to go here on the Wheels of Justice on 1160 AM KBDT News Talk Sports.
I like to drag out
You guys have
news,
time, honey.
talk,
Please.
sports.
Radio.
We talk sports. I love talking sports. That's
I know.
My
News
forte.
talking sports. I do too. I love talking
I was
sports.
going to ask you who was the first quarterback for the Oilers.
Yeah, it was Eddie LeBaron.
No.
The Oilers. It was it's not Dan Pastorini.
No. You go back to 1960s.
I know.
They're AFL champions the first 2 years.
Ha
He
ha.
was
Somebody.
legendary.
George Blanda.
There you go. Yeah.
That's all I needed right there.
46.
Kicked the
That's right.
kid was a heck of a field goal
He
kicker.
was.
Stayed in the league for 100 years as a result of
46 years
that.
old when he retired. Yeah.
Great quarterback
Gee, you
too.
and I could still be playing football.
That's right.
Look at Melvin. He ain't gonna no way he's
Tom
gonna play.
Brady. He's still a kid. isn't
Yeah.
See, I came in
He's
with Eddie
like,
LeBaron as the
That
first
guy.
quarterback for Cowboys, and had
Well-
and then my grandmother's maiden name was Perkins, and of course Don Perkins, who was a great running back in the day. She said, "That's my son." I'm going like,
No, not really.
colors don't seem to match up. What is he telling me about me?
What's that saying?
Hey, Marty.
Well,
Are you still going?
the first Cowboy was actually Don Meredith because they signed him. Don Meredith was the first Cowboy and the first draft pick.
Okay, the actual first
first signee.
signee.
Because they didn't have a draft in 1960 because they were an emergency
Yeah,
Team.
they got players from other teams. That's how they did it. What they call that?
expansion
Was
draft.
that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Because the Cowboys weren't supposed to come in until 61. But because the AFL started here in 1960, George Hallis rushed the team in here.
We have one more
So
sponsor
they've
to
been here a
mention.
year later with Minnesota in 61.
And then
Yeah.
the Hunts brought Kansas. Well, they were originally the
This-
Dallas
yeah.
Chiefs, or they were going to be Dallas something.
Dallas, Texas.
Texans, right? And then
Yeah.
he left
By the
because
chicken?
he said it was not going to be a good idea to have two teams here. What a great move too that was.
Oh,
They got a great team right now. The Chiefs, awesome.
But you know, back then,
Oh,
because
you
the
mean,
Texans were here first, they had
No.
dibs on the
okay, so
Cowboys.
there's a place
So they got to
in
play on
between
Sundays, and the
the
Cowboys got to play
chicken
on Friday and
and
Saturday.
Oh, I don't remember
that.
the thing beside
Cowboys
the
were
chicken
second
building
fiddle.
beside it,
I did not
and it's
know that.
filled with bottle
I didn't know
caps
that far back.
at A&M.
And I was only
Like,
8 years
it's
old
where
too,
everyone,
so.
like,
But I
the
didn't really ever know
American
that.
out there
I just
bottle
thought it
caps.
was.
And so there was, and so literally
So
you walk
that
back
was-
there
that
and it's just an
I don't think
alleyway
H.L. Hunt
full
wanted to
of
give
bottle caps.
the
And
money
so
to his
when you
kid.
said bottle cap alley, I was like, yeah, of course.
Oh, is that
Well,
right?
that's why where the restaurants got the idea.
Lamar's.
I wonder
Right,
if it is
right.
like if they
He came
if
up with
it's
the
like
slogan Super Bowl. You know?
I know he came
well,
up with
this
that.
is an alley. That's a
Here we go.
Right.
Where am I?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Wheels of Justice, and thank you, the great Ron Taylor, for all your introductions. He's my buddy here in Dallas, and Really appreciate all the things you do for me. And you are listening to the Wheels of Justice here every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1160 AM KBDT. You can also join us from anywhere in the world by going to bigdtalk.com, facebook.com/Bo Carver Show, or YouTube/Bo Carver Show, along with Barbara Ann and Melvin Thathia, John David Wells, keeping us in the air on the air. And our guest today is Greg Kerr from Beaumont. He's the anchor newsman down there on KFDM Channel 6. And we want to send out a little thank you to Joe's Italian Restaurant, who's not open today, but he is one of our sponsors. And if you want the best Italian food, go to Joe's Italian Restaurant in Justin, Texas on 156, and you'll be shocked. It's home of the $9.99 extra large one-topping pizza.
Good.
Love pizza.
We
Oh,
do
this
too.
is the New York style too.
So we've got one short segment left, and what I'd like to do is ask you, do you do New Year's resolutions?
Oh gosh.
Well, I know one is to get married.
Yes.
So
that is
we've
a
got
huge
that one
resolution.
covered. Okay.
Stay employed. You know,
That's
another-
a good
another
one. Yeah.
You never know in our industry.
Is that a resolution or a hope? And a prayer.
Hope and a prayer. Like the old soapbox.
Exactly.
Soap opera saying, hope and pray. Yeah. I don't know. Just to continue to stay in good health and keep riding my bike and having a
Keep
brand
running
new
after
life.
Cheryl.
Yes, running after Cheryl. I'll be chasing her down.
Do that the rest of your life.
Yeah.
That'll be.
Yeah,
that's
that's
how
the
you.
key,
That's
don't
the
stop.
winning.
And don't ignore them when they talk to you, like some people I know around here. Huh?
Yeah,
He,
well,
can't- he doesn't
He's not
ignore
so-
you. He's old. He can't hear.
I've been around her.
Oh, he can hear me.
I've been
Trust
around.
me.
We had our 10th anniversary just a couple of days ago, and we didn't even remember. Facebook had to remind us.
Facebook
reminded
reminded us.
us.
Reminded
Oh,
both of y'all.
what's today?
I-
Or what?
So I passed her in the hallway, and I got on Facebook and said, "Happy anniversary."
Facebook.
No, if it wasn't
It's
Facebook,
building
we both would have
relationships.
exactly.
we
both
don't
would've
speak at the
forgotten.
house. We conversate on Facebook. But anyway, that's another story.
The views and opinion of Bo Carver
Yes,
don't matter to me.
That's true. Now, John David Wells, what would you like to do and see for the new year coming up?
We can't hear you.
You need to
I
turn
got him.
something.
No,
something.
I hear.
There it is,
I
right
hear.
there. That's it. That's it.
That's right.
Hello, Dolly.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what you do to me. So go ahead.
do it.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And you do that.
Yes.
And that's great. I love that too.
Amen, brother.
And you do a
Amen.
great job, and I love that show. And y'all need to tune in to his show
Yeah,
down
I
in
like
Beaumont. It's fantastic. Now, Melvin, without an attorney kind of closing, can you tell us what you'd like to see in the new year?
More
Um,
clients.
yes, I would like it to rain clients. No, I think I don't really make New Year's resolutions, but one of my friends posted something that's like some goal that he had through these Spartan races, and it was 2019 was try to do 2019 miles. And so he
So
said
you
it's
will-
totally feasible. This guy did like 2,400 miles last year.
So that's one
2018,
resolution will be over at
2018.
the end of January.
Yeah.
So
Right?
I'm gonna try. No, man, I'm really gonna try and
make it.
run. And I mean, if the very least, if I come short of 2019 miles, and I ran a whole lot and kept, got fit and all that kind of stuff or whatever.
Then you've
and
accomplished your goal.
kept exercising, all
But
that kind of
that's cool.
I'm going to
Yeah.
shoot for 5,000 miles on the bike.
I'm going to shoot for
Nice.
five.
There you go.
miles.
Five
Yeah.
miles.
5 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can get it by the end of the
I'm
year.
hoping
It'll-
for that.
That's my
quarter,
goal.
hey, quarter mile at a time. A
Barbara
tenth of a
Ann,
mile at a time.
what's yours?
My goal is this year I really want to try to help more veterans out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Awesome.
My goal is to have the Wheels of Justice on the USA Network.
Yes.
Boy, I got quiet in that other room, didn't it?
Let's do it.
There's no ding to
Ah,
that.
no
John
ding, no
Daniels.
buzz. He wasn't paying a
He's
lick of
acting like
sense
he's
in
married
that.
to me. He's
Yeah.
ignoring me.
He's married, like
Just
exactly.
put his microphone away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. See, well,
I'm not
said,
talking to you either.
I
Jay.
said, my goal is to have the Wheels of Justice on the USA Network. And they got real quiet in here. They got real quiet in there too. Well, you got a bunch of morons in here too, so that's
Yeah.
Don't leave us flying ourselves here. We need our pilot. Don't leave
Hold
us,
on.
Dad.
He's meant to,
So-
get one moron in here.
So one of the things-
There's other 4 geniuses.
So one of the things I'd like to say, and I'm sure you feel the same way too, Greg, and everybody else in this room, is we want everybody to have a great New Year's Eve and bring in the new year and have a wonderful 2019. But we do not want you to be uncautious out there. Do not drink and drive.
No.
Yes.
Do not
don't
get
drink
into
and
those
drive.
troubles where you have to call
But
Melvin.
if you do, www.makeitmelvin.com.
Yeah.
By the way.
You'll get caught. It's a holiday weekend, and they're
You will.
doing must stop. They're doing no refusals.
That's
So don't
Even tempt it. Don't
Yeah,
even have a
don't-
glass of
don't
wine
do
or
it.
whatever and go, I'm fine, because
Uber,
you'll be in trouble.
Lyft.
Do
Yeah.
not
There's your
do that.
free ad.
Yes.
Oh,
I
boy.
love it. I love it. Y'all need to make sure you
This
be
guy.
kind this year. Don't hate. Love a veteran, y'all.
And
Please
Greg,
take care of us.
Thank you and congratulations to
Thank
you
you so
too,
much.
Cheryl, for being with us, and good luck for that. And we'll be watching that
Go
on
black and
Facebook.
gold.
And y'all join us next week right here again at noon on the Wheels of Justice on 1160 AM KBDT.
Love y'all. Be safe.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
All right, we're going off. You ready? Say bye, Facebook.
Goodbye,
Happy New
Facebook.
Year. Love y'all.
All right.
That's the fastest hour in
Yeah,
Isn't that
man,
the
it
greatest
is.
thing?
Man.
Fast.
It flies.
Did you
man.
see the time breakdown over here? Like there's like